Class name.
So let me write constructor demo1, that is rule number 1. The name of the constructor should be same as that of the class name. Okay, fine. Now, generally the basic purpose of a default constructor is variable initialization. The basic purpose of a default constructor is variable initialization. Let me write one comment here.
Right.
Let me not comment, directly I will initialize here. Wait, int x is equal to, I'm not initializing, I'm just declaring x. Okay.
Okay.
So I have declared x. Okay, fine. So inside constructor, I want to initialize x value. X is equal to say 7. And then I want to display
Okay.
that. You know, it's very slow. So I want to display x here. So x is equal to x, fine, done. Now, very simple constructor, only one default constructor I have gone with. This is the default constructor. Let me put a comment here. Default constructor. Okay, fine. Now it is initialized, x is initialized with 7, and I am displaying. How to invoke a constructor I told on that day? How to invoke a constructor?
Yes.
Just to create an object to the class.
Right.
Automatically constructor will be
So
called.
const demo.
Just like VIP I told on that day. Just create object, automatically
Right.
constructor
Yeah.
will be invoked. Obj is equal to new constructor.
Const demo 1.
So automatically constructor is called. Nothing else we have to do. Nothing else we have to do. Okay, fine, done. So let me invoke.
Okay.
Any problem in this? No problem whatsoever. Yes, x equals 7. Fine,
Okay.
it is working fine. So I told you one point, that is the main purpose of a default constructor is variable initialization, right? So you can ask me one question, why sir,
Right.
constructor, you can also take a method. See, the effect of constructor I want to tell you. If I don't initialize, what is going to happen? See, if I don't initialize here, what is going to happen here? Let us see. There is no initialization for default constructor in this program, isn't it? There is no initialization. Let me run
Yes.
this program. Yet I am able to get x value or not?
Right. Yeah.
Able to get x value. So who has done that?
Yes.
Default constructor has done this.
Constructor.
Default
Right.
constructor itself has done that. So if you don't initialize any
Yes.
variable, by default its value will be initialized by a default constructor. Okay. So one more thing.
Okay.
One more important thing I told on that day is, each and every program till now, whichever we have done, all these programs are having a default constructor, one default constructor by default. Okay. So all the programs
Yes.
till now, whichever we have done, all of them are having a default constructor, right? So how can you,
Right.
how can you believe that? See what I am doing, just to see, I am putting a comment here, and I am putting a comment here as well. So any constructor in this program now? There is no constructor now. But
Yes.
see, I just want to go with a method, void show. Void show is the method. So inside that, I'm going to display this x value. X is never
Okay.
initialized, okay?
Right.
But at I am trying to display x value. Yes, see this program. But it won't get na, because that is non-static method. How to invoke a non-static method? Object dot show. Yes or no?
Sure.
Yes. So
Yes.
being a non-static method, that is the way to invoke that method. Now see what is happening. You got same x equals 0 or not? Who has done this job?
Right.
Even I have no
Default
constructor
constructor.
written by me, but still one devil program is running behind that, isn't it?
Right.
So which
Yes.
is not visible, it is invisible. Means we have
Right.
to believe that each and every Java program consists of one default constructor. That is why we are creating object each and every time in our program, isn't it? So what is the meaning
Yes.
of that? So if I don't write this point, you are not getting any output. Just now we have seen.
True. Yes.
Put a comment here, you are not getting any output. But still something is happening inside. What is that? A default constructor is invoked. Means what? X is not initialized, na? That will be initialized to 0. Then if I want to display, I'm going to display that inside show method, and I'm invoking that show method like this. So who has done that job of initializing X with 0, X to 0? Who has done that job?
Default
Default
constructors.
constructor. And moreover, I have not gone with the default constructor in this program. It happened.
Yes.
It happened. Whether I have done that or not doing that also, it happened. Means what? By default, every Java program consists of one default constructor.
Default
Okay? The
constructor.
basic purpose of default constructor is variable initialization. And if you don't do
Okay.
any initialization, by default, it will create some value. That is the default value. That is 0 here. Okay. That's how things
Okay.
will happen.
Yes.
Not only integer. If I take string, let us see. If I take string, what will happen? String, str. I have not initialized, and I just want to display the string. What is that? Str, na? Str.
Yes.
Inside I can write anything. Name equals. Okay, fine. Let me check here. Null. What is that null? No name is
Okay.
assigned, na? So that null is also assigned to name. Who has done that? Default
Right.
constructor has done that job. We have not done that. Default constructor
Okay. Okay.
only implicitly it is present. Implicitly it is doing this job. Okay. So that is
Okay.
the power of
Yes.
a default constructor. Now there is yet another type of constructor called as parameterized constructor. I will explain through yet another program. Wait.
Okay.
Next, what is the program? Constructor. Constructor demo 2.java. Demo 2. That's it. Main method. Now we will go with multiple constructors. Can we have multiple constructors? Yes, you can have multiple constructors in your
Okay.
program, like one default and many parameterized constructor you can have. Let us go with one application for that. Int x is equal to 9. Now let me go with a default constructor. This is default, which I am writing. Default constructor. Default constructor. Okay, fine. How to write? Cons demo 2. Fine. Parameters. Fine. Now here I want to, sorry, I don't want to initialize here. I want to initialize inside that. You can do anyways, no issue, but I want to initialize inside. And now I don't, I want to find, wait, just I want to display that.
Okay.
Means X is equal to, that's it, no other job. Now I want to go with a parameterizer constructor. A parameterized
Okay.
constructor is also like a default constructor. Only difference is some parameters will be there inside that. What are those parameters?
Okay.
And one more thing is that the constructor should be always public. Even if you don't write also,
Okay.
by default, it is public within the same package context. What is that package? We will see later.
Okay.
But if you don't give anything, just remember that it is public in these
Sure.
basic programs. Later on, things will be changed. I will explain. Don't worry. Now, I am going with the parameterized constructor. See, this is called as parameter. This is a parameterized parameterized. Fine. So now So I want to provide some code internally. Copy, paste. But I want to find square of x, square of x.
Okay.
Square of x is equal to simply x into x, na? X into
Yes.
x, very simple, nothing great in that. Fine, done. Now I want to go with this kind of parameterizer constructor multiple times in my program. Let us check few more times. Let me add,
Okay.
but this time the job is different. And this time I want to go with the multiple, I want to go with the multiple parameters, int x and int y. And I want to find some, just want to find some this time. Sum equals x plus y. Fine. Now I want to go with the one more. This time the parameters are different. Float x, comma, float y. This time I want to find the difference. Simply difference is equal to x minus y. That's it. Now I want to go with one more. This time one integer value and one decimal value I want to go with. Okay, fine.
Okay.
And I want to display all these things. How do I display all these things? X is equal to plus x plus tab space, some tab space I am giving, followed with concatenation within double quotes, y is equal to concatenation y. That's it. Now I want to copy this, and one more time I want to go with yet another constructor, last constructor. This is the last one, but the difference is first I want to go with float, next I want to go with integer. Okay, fine, done. Same code. So all the constructors are done.
Okay.
Okay, fine. Now let me come back to main method. So how do you invoke a constructor? You know that. How to invoke a constructor? Just to create object. Cons, what is the constructor name? Cons demo2. Demo2 obj1 is equal to cons demo2. That's it. One object is created. Let me create multiple objects like this.
Okay.
What happened? Not tested. Control C. One more time. Control V. Control V. Control V. How many constructors I have created? Can you count? One default, so many parameterizer constructors, plural form I will write. So how many total overall?
Right.
How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 constructors are there in this
5,
program.
6,
6 are
6.
there. 6 are there. So
Right.
how many objects are required? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 6. 6 done. Done, na? 6 I
Right.
think. So 6
Yes.
objects I need to create, and name should be different, na? Name should be different.
Yeah.
But only one out of them is default, remaining all are parameterized. So one constructor, one integer value I am passing, it is 9, sorry, it can be say
Right.
squaring a number, 11 I am giving, and another one is couple of integers, 5 and 6 I am giving, and another one is couple of decimal values, 6.97 f, because floating now, floating I have gone,
Yes.
and another one is 4.37 f, and another combination is one integer and one decimal. Yeah. And another one is 1 decimal and 1 integer. Done.
One integer.
Sorry. Went here.
Yes.
Yes. Done. So let me execute once. I will explain the program. Some issues are there in this. I will explain. Is that some mistake happened where I went wrong?
Shouldn't we add new before cons demo?
Okay. Sorry. Here I forgot adding new every time. Yeah. Sorry.
Hello?
Yeah. I'm adding new. Yes. Can you hear me? Yes, I'm adding new. Yes. Can you hear?
Hello?
Yeah. Can you hear? I can hear you. Yes, I can hear you.
Hello?
Yeah, yes. Yes, I can hear you. Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me? Am I audible? Am I audible? Hello. Yes. Hello. 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 Can you hear me? Hello. 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 Hello, sir. Can you hear me?
Hello?
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you now.
So I have added new also. That is the problem. And we got output now. We got
Yes.
output. Yeah, successfully we got output. Now let us examine the code. Let us examine the code. So some issues are there. Let me speak in this program about them.
Okay.
So 6 constructors are there and 6 objects I have created successfully. And wherever parameters, wherever arguments are required, I have passed. And you please remember one important thing. So these are all function calls. I mean method calls. I mean method invocation steps, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because constructor is
Yes.
also a method, a special method that can be invoked by
Right.
just creating its object. Okay. So here,
Okay.
these are all called as invocation steps or simply
Okay.
calls. So whenever you are calling, they are known as arguments. Please remember arguments. So
Sure.
here 11 is an argument. 5 and 6 are arguments. 6.97 F. Why I have written F? Because I have taken floating
Good.
value now. That's why.
Right.
These are all called as arguments. During function call or method invocation, we call the things present inside parentheses as arguments. And when you
Okay.
define where definition is present outside main method, I have defined all these constructors, isn't it? How can
Yes.
you say that they are defined? Pair of braces will be there, curly braces will be there, na? So these are
Yeah.
all definitions. So whenever you are defining a constructor or method, whatever it is, so inside parentheses, whatever you give, they are called as parameters. You should be careful.
Okay.
Terminology. So when you go to interview or something like that, so we should be careful when talking. So whenever we are under a definition, we call them as parameters. And whenever you
Parameters.
are
Okay.
invoking, you please call them as arguments. Don't reverse the
Arguments.
things. Should not
Sure.
reverse the things. So a definite terminology is there. While defining, they are called as parameters. While calling, while invoking, means you are sending some arguments. They are called as
Right.
arguments. So here,
Okay.
let us start our program execution. It starts from the main method. JVM is going to start from the main method. What is the first step in the main method? An object is created or not? Can you see one
Yes.
object here? obj1?
Yes.
Yes, obj1 is created. So which constructor is called? which constructor will be called? Because 6 constructors are there. Ambiguity should not arise for
Yes.
JVM. Tell me, which constructor is
Right.
called first object created? When first object is created, which among them is invoked?
The first one.
Exactly. How can you distinguish? How can you say? Tell me.
Because parameter is not passed and there is only one
No,
that
no, no,
has
no.
no
Argument
parameter.
is not passed. That's why I'm telling.
Argument, I'm
Argument
sorry.
is
Yeah,
not
yeah.
passed.
Yeah.
Yeah. So because it is not having any parameters.
Right.
So in the definition part, in the definition portion, parameters are not there. Then how can we pass
Right.
arguments? So we
Right.
doesn't require to pass any arguments. And next one, where it goes, where, how you are going to take your decision. JVM is always
Argument only has one integer.
one integer. Means previous one, no arguments. This one argument.
Right.
It depends upon number of arguments or not. Can you see my notepad?
Yes.
Can you see my notepad now?
Yes.
Yeah, I will write here.
Yes.
So point number 1, number of arguments. Decision is made based on number of
Arguments.
Fine. Number of arguments. Next. Let us come back. Now, third object created. Where should control go? So many
Two
options.
integers.
2 options you solved already. 4 more left. 5 and 6 I am passing. 2 integers. Because 2,
Right.
number is 2. But here also 2 are there. Float. I mean, x and y here also there. Here also x and y are there. But why you are reaching only this third one? Tell me. Any strong reason behind that? Why not 4th? Why not 5th? Why not 6th? That is my question.
Because they have float and integer, but
Means
here
what?
it's
Means
only
what?
integer.
Means you are very keen with respect to data type. Yes or no?
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
So type of the arguments. The deciding factor can be also type of the args.
Okay.
Isn't it? You are only telling. I am not saying anything. Just see.
Yes.
First one, number of arguments. Next one, type of the arguments. Next.
Right.
Third one, third object. Third is over now. Fourth one.
Yes.
You tell this one. Where to?
Yeah. So 2 floats.
Both are decimals. Yeah.
Right.
Next, fifth one.
One integer and 1 float.
2 more combinations left. Fifth or sixth, please tell me. Fifth or sixth. Shall I go to fifth or sixth with the fifth object?
Fifth.
Why? Why you are choosing fifth? Here
Because
also
1 integer and 1 float.
there also it is there. There also
even the placement is important.
That is nothing but sequence.
Okay,
Sequence of
okay.
arguments. Correct word is sequence. Yeah.
Sure.
So sequence of arguments. Correct word. This is the
Okay.
appropriate word. Terminology. Sequence of
Sure.
arguments. If you can use same words, you will get impressed by the interviewer. Okay. So the deciding factor is going to be number of arguments, type of the arguments, or sequence of the arguments. So this is known as method signature. Wait.
Okay.
Method. What is method signature? It is an important interview question. Method signature. So what do you mean by method signature? Functions with the same name. Functions are constructors, whatever it may be. In this case, constructors. We are dealing with constructors. And a constructor is also a method, a special method, isn't it?
Yes.
A VIP is also a human being, a special human being. That's it.
Right.
Isn't it? Here also a constructor is also a method, a special method. So on what criteria we are distinguishing these constructors? Constructors with the same name. Names are same or not? See the names of constructors.
Yes.
6 times I have defined. All the 6 times they are having same name or not?
Yes.
But what is different? Their signature.
Arguments.
Signature. That is signature.
Right. Okay.
Signature can be varied in 3 ways. What are those 3 ways? Here I have given. Signature can be varied in 3 ways. They are through number of arguments, type of the arguments, or sequence of the arguments. That's it.
Okay.
So that is known as method signature. And can you see the same name, same constructor doing multiple jobs here or not? Tell me.
Yes, we can.
So same constructor doing multiple jobs. It is an example for constructor overloading. The concept is known
Okay.
as constructor
Overloading.
overloading. So same constructor doing multiple tasks is known as constructor overloading. This program is an example for constructor overloading.
Overloading.
It is a
Okay.
way to achieve polymorphism. It is a way to achieve polymorphism. What do you mean by polymorphism? Poly means many. Morphos means forms. Poly means many. Morphos means form. Same word we are going to get in chemistry and so many other subjects also. It is a famous word. It's a Greek word actually. Poly
Okay.
means many and morphos means forms. How this name appropriate for this, you know? Because same constructor exhibiting multiple behaviors. Yes or no?
Yes.
Multiple behaviors are there or not?
Yeah.
One time it is displaying only x value. One time it is going to find square of x. Another time it is going to find sum of x and y. The other time it is going to find the difference. And the other cases it is going to display x and y values. Isn't it?
Right.
So same constructor, same method, same constructor doing multiple implementations, doing multiple tasks is known as constructor overloading. A way
Overloading.
to achieve polymorphism. So
Okay.
polymorphism is done in two ways. One is through overloading and the other one is overriding. Overriding, I will explain
Okay.
inheritance concept. So
Sure.
inheritance concept is needed. After inheritance, I will explain the other way to achieve polymorphism. And this is constructor overloading, because what is constructor overloading? Constructors with the same name but with a different signature. And how you can differ signature? Through number of arguments or type of arguments or sequence of
Sequence
arguments.
of arguments.
So constructors with the same name but with a different signatures doing multiple tasks, doing different tasks, doing different tasks can be called as constructor overloading. Okay.
Okay.
And how the decision
Yes.
is taken by JVM? With the help of method signature. With the help of
Okay.
signature, it is going to take some decision regarding the control transfer. Okay. So this is
Okay.
constructor overloading. This is the total concept of, and now some interview questions again. I told you what is the main purpose of default constructor? What?
Variable initialization.
Exactly. So, and one more important question is every program consists of at least one default
One
constructor,
default
and its
constructor.
purpose basically is it is intended for variable initialization.
Initialization.
Yes. And what is the difference between default constructor and parameterized constructor? Tell me. See,
Default constructor doesn't have any argument.
that is okay. That is common difference that anybody can easily tell. Other than that, I will
Yeah.
show you. Other than that, I will show
Sure.
you one important point. There you will get impressed
Okay.
when compared with any other. That is,
Okay.
see what I am doing, what I am trying to do. Is it acceptable? See what I am doing. We are going to fail here. If you do like
Yes.
this, we are going to fail. See, it is showing error or not?
Right.
See, what is that error? See, duplicate local variable. Can you see that?
Yes.
OBJ1.
Object one.
OBJ1 is
Yes.
repeated, duplicate. Already one original is there. Why are you going with the duplicate? So constructors won't accept duplicate objects. Got that?
Right.
So
Yes.
interpretation of that object is not correct. You have to change the name. Which name I have to change? OBJ2?
Yes.
No, no,
Not.
OBJ2
No.
is
Yeah. Because OBJ2 is
some
also
other
there.
number. I'm giving OBJ. Is it okay? Yes. Yes. Now
Okay.
let me run this program. Let me run. See the output after running the program. Have a close look at the output. See here. What is the output? Tell me. I will extend this. Just a minute. I will extend
Okay.
this one. Where it is? Yeah, here it is. Yeah. Now see the output. First,
Yeah.
x equals
9.
Second time?
Even again, x is equal to 9.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
See, how as many objects as you are creating, those many times you are getting output. But
Right.
can you expect a different output if you create different object? Tell me.
No.
No?
Unless arguments are changed.
No, there is no argument. It's a default
Yeah.
constructor. I'm talking about default constructor, not parameterized.
Yeah.
As far as default constructor is concerned, I have taken two objects with a different
Right.
names. Yes or no? One is
Yes.
obj1, the other one is obj.
OBJ.
So I
Right.
have invoked a couple of times, but any change
Yes.
in the output? Any
No.
change? No change in the output, isn't it?
Right.
I can make that comment here now. No change in the
Yes.
output.
Output.
Exactly. No change in the output. No change in the output. Same output you got one more time. But now see what I am doing. Demo 2 space obj7. obj7 is not
Okay.
there now. I can go with
Yes.
7 now. But see what I am doing this time. 22 I am passing. Got it. Let us execute this. Now see the output. Got it? Square of x,
Yeah.
square of 11, 121. Huh? Square of x,
Right.
next time, square of 22
22 is 484.
means you are able to invoke same constructor second time with a different values or not.
Yes.
Change in the output. Output change is there. Change in the output is there. But same constructor is invoked, but with a different value or not.
Yes.
Means what? What is the difference between default constructor and parameterizer constructor? Can you tell? That's why two different concepts are there. What is the difference between default
Right.
constructor?
Default, there won't be any change in the output,
Ah, yes,
but
exactly. But parameterizer
parameterized, it
constructor,
will be changing.
it is up to programmer. He can pass as many arguments as he can. I mean to say,
Okay.
different set of arguments he can pass each and every time and expect different
Right.
outputs. So he can pass different set of arguments that results in different outputs, isn't it?
Right.
That is true.
Yes.
That is true. That is the major difference between default constructor and parameterized
Parameter.
constructor. And the object's repetition should not be allowed. It won't allow you, isn't it? JVM is not going to allow you with object repetition. Same object you cannot use further, isn't it?
Right.
No repetition, no duplicacy. Next, what is the difference between parameterizer constructor and what I say, a normal method with some arguments? What is the difference?
Okay.
Method and a constructor. A method with arguments, constructor with arguments. What could be the difference?
I think you can't call it multiple times.
No. Methods can be called as many times
Okay.
as you require with the same object. With the same object you can
Okay.
do. But parameterizer constructor, every time am I moving with a different object or not?
Yes.
That is the thing. That is the point which you have to highlight.
Okay.
As far as parameterizer constructor is concerned, you can invoke the parameterizer constructor multiple times, but with only several different objects. Okay, you
Okay.
cannot repeat the same object every time. But in a method can be invoked with the same object by passing different types of arguments different times. Is it not?
Okay.
So we
Yes.
will do with the method overloading also. This is the total portion of constructor overloading, whichever I explained. I will put in notes and
Okay.
I will distribute to you later on.
Sure.
Okay. So
Okay.
any doubts in constructors, I will go to method overloading next time. Next time in the sense,
Sure.
once you understand this. If any doubts,
Yes.
please ask me.
Uh, Nothing for now.
So you understood default constructor totally?
Yes.
The job
Yes.
of a default constructor? and then
Yes.
parameterizer constructor,
Yes.
and then difference between default constructor and parameterizer constructor,
Yes.
and then parameterizer constructor and method. I will explain method now. I will explain.
Sure. Okay.
Go with the next one, that is method overloading. Let me change the project name. Project name is method overloading. Very much similar to constructor overloading. That's why I'm trying to finish this concept also in the same class.
Sure.
Because it is very similar. Module is not required for me. No. Done. Where is that? Method. Method. It is formed or not? Here it is. Here it is. Why it is fixed there? It should not. It is, here it is. This is the one. I'm looking there. Class. Method overloading. OL. I'm writing OL means overloading, I'm saying. And main method is there. In place of constructor, I will go with the methods this time. Same type of application. The only difference is I just want to go with methods in place of a constructor.
Okay.
Let me go with a method here. Before that, let me declare one variable in the class, and this variable is called as class variable. What is a class variable? I explained this previously to you. What is a
Yes.
class variable? A class variable should be invoked with the help of an object.
Okay.
Outside the class, if you want to invoke that, you need the help of an object. And moreover, its life starts at the opening brace of the class and ends at the closing brace of the class. It can be also called as instance variable. This can be also called as, another name is there for that. Instance variable. Instance means object is required to invoke that. Instance variable. Okay, fine. Now let me go with the method. Void find. Find is my method name. Find. This is the method which I am doing. Fine. So I want to initialize x with same 9 I am giving again. Next, I want to display that x value here itself. Or otherwise, I want to find square of that. Square of x is equal to plus x into x. Fine. Yes. I want to copy this code and go with multiple constructors. Yes. Again, same thing, but this is a parameterized one. Int x is the parameter. This is not required in this program. So I want to find square root this time. Square root of x. How to find square root? See, there is one class called as math. Math is a predefined class. And in that, all mathematical methods are there, like SQRT. SQRT is a predefined method. You can find square root of a number using SQRT method. Okay. For that, double is required. You cannot go with int. Better I go with double. Standard form is double. Okay. Fine. So SQRT is a static method present in which class? How static methods are invoked? Class name dot static method. Yes or no?
Yes.
So what is, which class I invoked? SQRT math class.
Okay.
With the help of math class, I invoked SQRT. So SQRT is a static method present in math class.
Math.
And how to invoke
Okay.
a static method? by with the help
Uh,
of class name. With the help of class
right.
name, you can invoke a static method, and sqrt moreover
Mhm.
is a static method present in math class. That's why math
Okay.
dot sqrt, it is a parameterized method. The argument passed
Okay.
is x. Yeah, okay, fine. Now let me create another one, this time int x and float y. I want to go with int x and float y. Just a minute, I will charge my mobile and come back.
Sure. Yes.
Okay, fine. So this time what I want to do is, x, one integer, one decimal is there. I just want to display that, nothing more than that.
Okay.
Yes, no square, nothing. I just want to display x. X is equal to x plus tab space followed with concatenation within double quotes, y is equal to, and then again concatenation and y. That's it. Now let me copy this code and let me go with both integers. Okay, one. Okay, okay, fine. Control C. This time both integers I want to go, and I want to find sum here in this case, not like this. Sum equals sum equals within bracket x plus y, one more bracket. Done. And here
Okay.
this x is not required now. I will delete this portion. Here also this thing is not required, as you know. Fine, it is working. Now one more combination I want to go with. This time also x is equal to 9 is not required, and this time one float and one int. I want to move with a float and then with an int. Okay, and one more I want to go with, that is here and right. Both floats I want to go with. All possible combinations I am writing here.
Okay.
I just want to display it that way. Done. Now let me come back to main method. So how many constructors are, how many methods are there? Same method, how many times it is called? 1, 2, 3. Wait. How many times? 1, 2,
7, I
3,
think.
4, 5, 6. 6 times. Same. 6.
6. Yes.
Combination.
Okay.
Same combination I went almost all.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6. Same 6. Just
Okay.
one object is enough. See what I am doing. What is the class name? Method
Fine.
ol1 obj is equal to new method ol1. Done na? Now with the
Yeah.
help of same object I can invoke all the methods like this. First invocation obj dot I forgot. Next semicolon I have forgot. Semicolon. Yeah. Next same object dot find again, but this time a double value, that is 9.0, square root of that. And then the next combination is what? obj.find. I'll go with one int and one float. 4
Right.
comma, any order you can give, calling any order you can give, not an issue.
Okay.
Next, obj dot find one decimal comma 7, one integer. And one more combination, I want to go with both integers. I have not gone na? That also is there na? obj dot find both integers 6 comma 7, find. And any other combination left? 1 2 3 4 5, one more is there.
One more.
obj dot, both are decimal values, I think.
Float and integer.
Both are floats, I left, both floating I left na. Find
Okay.
3.13f comma 4.15f. Yes, now it is done. Total program is over. Why it is showing mistakes?
We have closed the main method before calling it.
Okay, sorry. One thing, I'll put it like this. Okay, it looks good now.
Yes.
One more closing is required at the end. Yeah. Yes. Now solved, na? Problem is solved.
Yeah.
Let me execute then we will try to understand the program. No, mistake is there. What is that? Unresolved compilation problem. What is the mistake? Main method started, two closings are there. Somewhere I went wrong. Where I went wrong?
On line 17, it is showing error.
What is wrong? System.out.print. One more closing I forgot here.
Yeah.
Exactly. JVM is very sincere. His efforts. Yes. Gone fine now?
Yes.
Yes. Now let us try to understand. So same method name is same or not every time, you can see in this program.
Yes.
But what is different? Signature.
Parameters here.
That is signature.
Yeah, signature.
Signature
Yes.
is different. Same method, different signatures. Doing multiple tasks, different tasks are not doing different tasks
Right.
every time. One
Yes.
time finding square root, the other time finding a square, sum, the other time finding some other thing like that. Maybe displaying x and y, square also, square root,
Yes.
sum, whatnot, so many things. Otherwise, this time I'll go with the difference also. What is there? I can go with the difference also one time. X minus y.
Right.
Done, now see.
Yes.
So same method with the different signatures doing multiple jobs, multiple tasks is known as method overloading. This program is an example for method overloading. Previous program is an example for constructor overloading. Now this is an example for method overloading. So what is method overloading? It is also a way to achieve polymorphism.
Okay.
Many shapes, same method,
Okay.
but different behaviors. That is polymorphism. So, and let us start our execution from main method. Inside that,
Okay.
only one object is created. Now see the difference between a parameterized constructor and a method. What is the difference?
Right.
With single object, you can invoke n number of times all the methods. But there,
Right.
for every
You
constructor,
have to
for
create
every
new object.
parameterized constructor, you have to go with a new object every time, isn't it?
Right.
That is the difference.
Yes.
That is the difference. Now,
Okay.
so at the first call, what is invoked? JVM will look for find, but so many finds are there. 6 finds are there. Which find will be invoked? Now, method signature comes into play or not for JVM?
Yes. Yes.
JVM is going to distinguish the correct one with the help of the concept called as method signature. What is that method signature?
Whatever is in the arguments.
It can vary in 3 ways with respect to number
Right,
of
right.
arguments or type of
Types and sequence.
So first one, number of arguments, 0. So call will be transferred. Invocation will be done at this point, isn't it? This will be. So x square, 9 into 9, 81 you are going to get first time, isn't it?
Yes.
Next call, next invocation, 9.0. 9.0. What is it? 9.0 double.
Yeah.
Double value, yeah. So math dot
square root.
Square root of that. What is that value given? Square root of
x is 9.
X is 9. I have given 3. 3 is the output. Next time.
Right.
1 integer, 1 decimal. 2 arguments are there.
Yes.
Then how to distinguish sequence, type or sequence?
Yeah.
Sequence. Here sequence 1 into 1 float. 1 into 1 float. This will be done. 1 into 1 float combination. Next 1 float 1 int. This will be done. 1 float 1 int. Exactly. Next both integers. Type of argument. But here also both, but here type is different. Float, here int. So type of arguments is coming into play here. So that is another way. So ultimately, eventually you got the output. Number of invocations you can do. And here also you can pass different arguments every time at the call. obj.find 67 I pass it. Next time I can pass obj.find 89. Can I do here? obj.find 8 comma 9. Yes, you can vary with your arguments. Just like you have done in your constructor overloading. Here also you can do. But here the difference is with the same object you can do. But there with the different objects you can do
different object.
That is the difference. Is there any confusion or you understood all these things?
No, I understood.
I will send you notes also. You can rewind, revise. Okay?
Sure.
Today I am going outside. From tomorrow onwards, I try to complete in the morning hours itself because I can be free at evening. I can go with 1.5 hours tomorrow. Sure.
Okay.
Today, can I close the session?
Sure, sir.
I will send you notes once I come back to house. I will send you tonight. Okay. And tomorrow at 1:30 as usual. If not 1:30, 3. Okay.
Okay.
Because I may or may not go outside for this house purpose only. I am going outside, and if I am in room, I will start at 1:30. Otherwise, I will start at 3.
Sure.
Either I start at 1:30 or 3. I'll take 1.5 hours sure tomorrow. Okay.
Sure, sir. Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Session for today. Thank you.
Yeah.